Good morning, friends. I am so happy you're here today. And this is the quiet moment in the morning, Kiran, where we pause, we breathe, and we start our day with calmness and more clarity. One at a time, one little nugget, one bit at a time. So today we're going to talk about topics that is probably very special to many of you guys, but very special to my heart as well. Burnout. When we feel this burnout, this heavy feeling, and when you think you're very tired, but even when you had a really good sleep, remember those mornings you wake up and you're like, I had a good sleep, but I don't know why. My body's tired, I'm exhausted. And that means we used our body way more, or our minds way more than in the day before than it could handle. And that is what is very important for us to remind ourselves. And this is what we're going to focus on today. So when your body is moving but your heart feels stuck. And I have been there many times as well. So I'm going to admit that. I've learned this, that burnout doesn't always come from doing too much. Remember this, burnout doesn't come from doing something too much. It often comes when we're holding inside our doubts, our fears, our insecurities, and many bad habits, and we did not pause because of those four little friends by our side. We did not pause and give ourselves break. We did not give that respect to that little sound that tells us, please stop, I need some time off. Please stop, I need some rest. And that is what we're going to talk about. How do we listen to that little voice in ourselves that tells us to take pauses often? Just remember, just like you charge your phone, when phone dies. We know that. So when body needs rest. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's look at the first one, doubt. What happens when we have a doubt? We always tells ourselves, am I good enough? Am I good enough yet? Or I am not good enough. These are the wonderful thoughts that cross our mind so many times, and you just think you need to do more. You need to keep going. So we keep pushing ourselves. We work late. We say yes to anything and everything that is coming our way, but soon we forget to rest. We forget to breathe. And breathe doesn't mean this normal shallow breathing that we're doing. Breathing means the breathing that matters, the breathing that charges us. So here's the truth, you don't have to do everything that you think in your mind you need to do. You need to do what really matters. So ask yourself that questions. Do more and say back. Every time your mind says do more, you're going to remind it and tell it back, I am doing to do what is best. I am going to do what is best for me. That means you pick and choose what are the most important things that are waiting for you, that needs you, and that need your attention and time. And then keep doing those in a focused way, but make sure you take those often breaks in between to take a little pause, to breathe in, and to charge yourself. All right. So focus on the task that really needs you, but more importantly is charge as you need it, so that you're not pushing to that extent that, it's like stretching the elastic. You stretch the elastic too far and it's going to snap. But if you just stretch a little bit, come back, stretch a little bit, come back, it can handle way more than what you think it can handle. But it's all about the technique that you're using as well. So the second one is fear. When we tell ourselves, what if I fall behind? What if I only do 3 things today and now the 10 things I have in my mind and I'm going to get behind? This has been my biggest struggle for many times. I would say I have all these things, so I have to complete them before I'm not going to sleep, whether it's 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I got to finish all this work. Otherwise, tomorrow it's going to pile up. And then slowly I realized that more I was worried about that, I was getting to the point of exhausting myself. And when I'm exhausting myself, when my body is slowing down, it cannot do as fast it can when it's fully charged. And instead of trying to do more in a day, I ended up doing actually less in a day, or the quality of my work will get impacted at that point. And that's what reminded me, what's my A priorities? What are my B priorities for the day? A is something I gotta show up. If today you have your kids, some parents meeting, you can change that. That's an A priority. If you have to present in a meeting today, a presentation has to be ready and you have to show up, you can change that. There are certain things that you have to do in that day, and those are the ones that you need to put your focus on. The rest, look at those things and see which are the ones you can delegate, which are the ones you can move it. There are so many things that you can move it into different days when you do have that time to do the proper justice and do that work with the full quality of your time and your presence, that it would give better result to yourself in those workplaces. But also it is giving that time to yourself to recharge, that allows you to perform better at that point as well. So the next one is insecurities. Who am I without my work? That is a thought. I think I still have that thought at times. There are times that I can say, I did this. I conquered. And then all of a sudden, my brain goes into a different direction and says, were they all meaningful? What am I really trying to achieve with it? Like doing this live. Why am I getting up early in the morning and doing a live? Like, what am I trying to get out of this? This is what our brain does to us. It brings those questions that at times they're very meaningful, but at times very meaningless. You have a whole gang plan of why am I doing it. I know why I'm doing it. This is my moment to connect with the people that are also into talking about these topics. This is where I have started this conversation, but I'm hoping that you guys will engage back and we can learn from one another. This is a safe space that I'm creating for that purpose. So there is a purpose, but brain can always question yourself. Why am I doing this? What is the work? What is the reason behind it? And what will happen if I stop doing it? We think keeping ourselves busy and doing a lot of things, we are important, that we are meaningful. Our work doesn't define us. We define ourselves. That is the honest truth we need to tell ourselves. Keeping busy does not help you. You are not your job and you're not your title. You're just you. You that has a mind, has a body, and has a soul. The soul that guides you, mind that helps you, and body that helps you get the things done. And they all need the special attention, just like you think your jobs and titles and your other duties require that help. So it's the same thing. You're a whole person with a heart, with dreams, and with a lot of love to give. And never forget that. So when you finish your work today, I want you to remind yourself to say something very softly. I did my work. Now I am going to rest. At time I tried this line even in between meetings, and my meeting went really well, and I'm really happy about it. And I say, I did my meeting. Amazing. I am going to take some rest. And that rest could be just sitting at my desk and telling Anna, just let the next meeting wait 5 minutes. And that allows me that time to rest and go crazy again. So remind yourself that these little nuggets and little pauses that you take goes a long way. Okay, the last one, bad habits. I still have these. This is just how life is. Burnout often hides behind these small habits. Checking emails before bed, guys, I still do that. Skipping meals, guilty, still do that here and there. Saying yes when you mean no. What? This one I'm getting really good at. They seem very harmless, but over time they drain your energy drop by drop by drop by drop. So start tiny, choose one gentle habit today, and that could be deep breath before you start your meeting, or no use of phone at dinner. That could be a good one. Not only that, we have to tell our kids, we have to tell ourselves about that. Maybe writing one thank you note to yourself every night, or writing a thank you note in the morning, a moment of gratitude for the for waking up, for breathing, for your family to be okay, to have jobs, to have good places to live in, to have the cars to drive in, the snow that I see right outside. All these things are the things that we can be grateful for, and shift our mind instead of worrying about something that is not working today. Those little steps, they do so much, and they bring you back calmness, smiles, and peace. All right. So, what's really behind this burnout? Not just your work, it is the disconnection. We think that we overwork, that's why we're burnt out. No, we're disconnected from our mind, body, soul. That is what we're doing. So we get so busy doing all that, we forget the simple things, which is balance isn't about doing less. Balance is about noticing sooner. Sooner. Don't take it to the point where the elastic is going to break off. Just remind yourself when your body tells you, I'm a little tired, stretch. When your body says, I think I feel a little headache, remind yourself the blood is not going there, and you need to take some deep breath, and you need to stretch, and you need to do a little walk before you get back to it. It disconnects you, it allows you to recharge, it allows you to realign yourself, and it allows you to come stronger, more resilient when you get back to your work, whether you're at home or whether you're at work. So, three simple steps from Karen. How can we forget that? There are the three small things you can start today. One, start your day very slow. Slow. Before you touch your phone, touch your heart. How am I feeling today? I'm feeling super fantastic. Say that. Don't say, I'm feeling good. We say that to everybody. I'm feeling good. And inside it was like, I'm not. So say what you feel till you feel what you want to feel. Okay? So my answer always is, I am feeling super fantastic. The second one is going to be, take one mindful pause. One mindful pause between the task, between the meetings, and with every breath in, take a breath out. The last one ends with gratitude. Cannot say enough how important gratitude is to get rid of your burnout and keep yourself balanced. It's a constant reminder of abundance, of having fulfilled day, of having fulfilled hour, of having fulfilled life, is remembering about all the beautiful things that are happening in your life. The more you're thinking on the positive side, wise people say positive is what you're going to attract. So why wouldn't we do that? All right. Let's now spend some quick minutes to the audience before you can get back to your work. And I can do the same. Kieran, what if my workplace, let me read that question again. What if my workplace doesn't support balance? That's tough. That is tough, I would say. But here's what I have learned: you can't always change the culture right away, but you can change is how you show up there. You can do that. So take your breaks, leave on time, model calmness, because the more you're going to do it, people are going to see something different about you. That's what I notice even at my current workplace. When people ask me that, how do you do so many things? How do you do this? How do you do that? And how are you still smiling? And I'm like, I'm just grateful for my day. I'm just grateful to have you guys around me. I'm just grateful for the wonderful opportunities that I have. So, focusing on the positivity instead of complaining about that one little thing that's not working for you, it doesn't help. Worrying about it doesn't help you, anyways. So, you balance by showing up, and people see you doing it, demonstrating, and then also seeing the result of the resilience and calmness that you portray to them, the glow on your face that they see, and then it gets addictive. And they're like, something is working. I don't think so. My analytical mind really believes what she is doing, but something is working. So why don't I give it a shot and try it out? And that is how I get the followers. So you can do the same at your workplace. All right. The second one is, I feel guilty when I rest. How do I stop that? Been there, done there. Don't feel guilty anymore, though. Look, I think I've accepted and I am self aware that my body needs rest. So when it tells me it needs rest, I take rest. I would say the guilty means that you think that you have to earn taking rest. That's what you think. Rest isn't a reward, it's a need. Your body needs to breathe. It's not a reward, it's a necessity. Your phone needs a charge. It's not a reward, it's a necessity. Your body also needs to rest and take breaks. It is not a reward, it is a need and a necessity. So I will leave it to that. And rest helps you do better stuff. Always remember small little breaks instead of long break after you're super tired is better to do small beforehand and don't reach that burnout stage. You will perform better. You will be able to do more things. You will be more happy. You will give good energy and people will be more attracted to have time with you, spend time with you, learn from you and be around you because you're giving that good energy out of you. So start again tomorrow and be gentle and just allow it to grow. And when you do that, people will also reciprocate and follow you on the same path. Next, last question. What's one thing I can do right now to feel better? Let's do it together. Put your hand on your chest. Take a deep breath in. Hold it for a second and breathe out slowly. There, you just did it. You just give yourself a moment of peace, a moment of calmness, and that is balance. That is what exactly is balance. You can do it any second. All you need is to remind yourself to do that. All right, friends, burnout doesn't mean you are weak. Let's remember that before we log out today. It means you have been staying strong for too long without a break. And balance isn't about doing less, balance is about what matters with heart, with calm, with love, with peace. So today, go gentle, smile often, and remember you don't need to earn peace. You just need to choose it. Choose it and choose yourself. With that, it is time to announce the topic, but that we're going to touch next week. And that is becoming a good listener. What is that really is stopping you? Expect some simple practices to sharpen the skill of listening, and that will help you build trust, improve your decision making, and bring people closer to you. So, thank you for staying up with me, and thank you for being patient, for not listening to the audio that was there, and again joining me to listen to the nuggets that I had to share today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Go lead your day with awareness, with kindness, and with little joy in your heart. Thank you.